Hey Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing our general reading for March and we'll be doing different topics, so definitely stick around to see if any of these messages are the ones that you need to hear. And again, this is a general reading, so see if it applies somewhere in your life, and if it doesn't resonate, leave it for those that need to hear it. And then just check back the following month. But let's just jump right in. Let's see what our guides have to say, and we'll start off with a positive message that kind of gets us moving forward. Okay, start with these. So you have keywords here. We have logic and justice, synergy and gratitude, persistence, and new possibilities. And these are really pretty cards, actually. So there is a vibe of new opportunities, new possibilities, something new coming into March. I'm getting a sense of something that needs to be aligned. And when I say justice, I feel like the word justice, I feel like there has to be some kind of balance, some kind of information that will allow you to make decisions based on the situation. I think, again, that opportunity is coming where it's like you're going to have to use your logical reasoning to kind of figure out what makes sense for you. There's something, the alignment. I'm getting a lot of alignment with synergy and gratitude, and that's giving me the energy of like being aligned with what your next chapter needs to be. Again, there's a new possibility coming. There's a lot of things that need to be aligned in order for you to get there. Something that you guys need to kind of sift through, make sense of it, and do what feels right. So there's a sense of this next month is about aligning with what you want, if I can talk, and kind of going from there. But let's go straight into, and this is like, I love this because it's already giving me like positive energy, positive vibe. Like it's just that new possibilities, persisting, being like, not even stubborn is a word, but like just knowing what you want and going for it. That's like what energy I'm getting. So there's so much strength that comes with, and this card kind of reminds me of strength because there's a line on it. There's a lot of courage, a lot of strength that has to go into whatever this next chapter brings. And I feel like it's a lot of exciting possibilities. And we are going to go dig into different topics. So we're going to start with what's going on internally, because again, I feel like that kind of ties in with everything. Like you can't have a bad day at work and then come home and be completely fine. You bring that energy with you. So if you can pinpoint one thing in your life, and that would be whatever is going on internally, and kind of focus on that to fix that, to tweak that, to kind of align yourself. Again, we're looking at alignment right now. Then the rest of the topics will kind of like fall into place energetically and the way that we kind of want it to be, if that makes sense. So let's just go ahead and see what's going on internally. We'll start with that. See what March has in store for us. I don't like that one. Does not feel right. Do one more. Yeah. Okay. So the card that came out is decisions. So that kind of makes sense. So decisions. There's new possibilities, something that's going to make you have to think about what it is that you want, what is it that kind of makes sense for you to do. And it could be in any different topic, right? We're right now focusing on the inside. So you're feeling confusion. There's a lot of like, I'm trying to figure this out. I don't feel settled. I don't feel at peace yet, because I think there's a lot of different things that you're kind of bouncing back and forth with your mind, whether it's like, people judging you for this, or do I really want to do this? What is it that I even want to do? There's question marks. There's question marks everywhere. And I feel like almost like an identity crisis is happening, but not really. Like, you know who you are, but it's almost like there's something that just isn't aligning. And when I'm getting this synergy gratitude card, a part of manifesting what you want is being grateful for what you have now. When you kind of like sit back and envision what you want. And at the end, like if you really want to pivot forward, and again, it's all energy. If you manifest, like you think like, okay, I have X, Y, and Z, like you are putting yourself in a position of I have, at the end of you manifesting that, take a second and like thank your guides, thank whoever, your God, whoever you believe in, and just be grateful for what is in front of you. Because this, whatever it is now, is going to help you get to your next chapter. So gratitude is super important, especially in like the energetic sense, because if you're really negative about something, you can put like where you at in your life right now and like super, super negative about that, you can delay what comes next. If you're always so negative and like, oh, like I hate my life, I hate this, you are going to delay something from coming that you really wanted to, or completely push away altogether. So there's decisions that are happening, right? Like something's coming into your life right now where you have to make decisions, and they're not easy. Decisions, like making a decision on anything is not easy, even what you wear today, But like still just that, having that kind of like question mark in your brain is currently what's going on. And that might be where the misalignment is energetically. So let's just pull some tarot and kind of see what's going on for March with that. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So I'm getting 4 of swords, 5 of swords, and the 5 of pentacles in reverse. So a lot of nuances here because, life is not like point blank, easy, makes sense, straight road, black and white. It's not. Right now with the decision. So 5 of Pentacles shows me in reverse. It's showing me that you're kind of in the up and up of something that, and it could be financial, but I'm just going to say that there's some sort of a loss. Feel like whole, it's not, it could be financial. I'm trying to like say this in a sense that it's not on a topic and it's very hard. I'm trying to make it as broad as possible. But the energy is giving me that you had maybe a loss of a job, or maybe a loss of a person, or a loss of a situation where it caused you to almost fear the future and almost go into hiding. And there's definitely despair in that situation, whatever that was in the past. There's just some kind of heaviness, something that was like taken away from you. And you were almost like, I never want to lose this again. Right? So maybe that's part of the decision. Like, I never want to lose this again. Maybe it was like losing yourself. Maybe there is like, you don't ever want this some sort of thing taken away from you again. I'm feeling that coming from your heart. That's the internal energy I'm feeling. There is a situation with the 5 of Swords here, and it's showing me conflict. Again, that's another number 5. So we have 5 of Pentacles, and the number 5 is conflict. So with this 5 of Swords, it's showing me there might have been multiple people involved in the past situation where things were said. Maybe it was one person. Things were said that couldn't be unsaid. There was like a falling out, like could be in any situation, right? But I'm just going to keep it broad. There was like a falling out. You kind of went your separate way. And it was just like I know you realize at this point that it was like an unnecessary thing. And I feel like a part of this decision making is almost like this is kind of coming back, or you're maybe thinking about trying to rekindle or reconnect, or kind of maybe bring peace to it. I'm getting a sense with the 4 of Swords here that there has been a time where you've taken the time to think about it, which probably feels like the last month. Kind of getting perspective and getting clarity of the situation. And the decision might be something along those lines that it's like you're not quite sure where to go, right? There's like an unknown. And it could also be because I'm getting new possibilities, it could be like, you know what, maybe it's a decision to kind of move on from that and just start fresh with something new. And those are both very, very hard decisions to make because one side you kind of have familiarity and maybe making peace and amends may feel good. And then there's like nuances because, like, do they deserve that? Who is in the right, who's in the wrong? Maybe you guys were both like, there's so many nuances with that. And it's okay to kind of leave something in the past. I mean, if it's just what it is that energetically pulls you and what is aligned with you. So it could be easier, and not even easier, but it could make more sense to just start from on a different path. And I think that's the decision that I guess a lot of you guys are here, like logic, justice, again, justice. So something had justice, like if I'm having the card, like from the tarot card, justice is the truth of knowledge. Then having karma come in place, having the balance, what was imbalance is now balanced. I'm just getting that. And with here, we having persistence and new possibility, persistence, some like that. I feel like Mata, you might be wanting to like try to make something right. Synergy, gratitude. I mean, there's something here that's tying you to a past situation, but then also I'm getting a sense of maybe going on your own. I'm getting a sense of this may be an opportunity for you to realize that this was a past, that working with others or working, being with someone else or whatever that case may be, it needs to pivot you to a situation where you have to do this on your own. Whatever that is, I need to do this on my own. So that's an internal struggle. There's just two avenues. There's decisions you need to make. It might not even just be two, there might be multiple. But there's something internal happening right now that is like a big question mark. And so everything else feels very confusing. But I mean, again, new possibilities. I just see that there are good options and roads for you to take. You have free will. So, like, I can't really tell you, you will do X, Y, and Z because I don't feel like if I'm giving you some information, I feel like you have the ability to make it what you want. This is like not a warning, but like almost like if you want to be on this path, what can happen. But if you want something else to be the outcome, you have the ability to change it today because the universe kind of feeds off your energy. So if you start thinking about a different outcome and I want this instead of this, then the universe is starting to now kind of go in the works of whatever it is that you change your mind on. And all of it has to be aligned energetically. So you need to start acting in a way that you're going to be able to receive it, if that makes sense. So again, here we have the decision and possibility of a new possibility and having the justice and the logic to think through what it is that you want. So let's jump into the work aspect and see what that could be. Maybe if you don't align with that, stick around till the last section where we do relationships. But if this is a job thing that might be a question mark in your mind, this will be the section to listen to. It could also be like a passion project. It could be a project with family, friends, could be finances, things like that. So let's just see. Ooh, that was quick. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I think this is it. Yeah, that's the card that came out, right? So we have the Queen, determination and sacrifice. So, yeah, again, persistence came up. So this is like the same kind of thing, this like pushing through. I'm getting the sense for a lot of you guys, and with the sacrifice, the 5 of swords, there's just something where I feel like you guys are almost trying to break away from it. It's almost like a fear of doing it on your own. And the decisions card is a card from the higher self. And I'm getting that. I feel like you might have had that in the mid-month reading. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. Maybe, possibly. So maybe look back onto that because there was definitely a good message there too. But I am getting the sense of you're pushing through. Like there is a goal that you have in mind, whether again, project, work, or whatever. But with the sacrifice, I feel like it's something that you're going to have to do on your own. it's like you're breaking away, and maybe like you're sacrificing more of your time. Maybe it's but let me pull more cards because I'm seriously getting like a sense of like when I'm getting sacrifice, it's not that you're sacrificing time, but it's almost like a, I don't know. My guides sometimes give me very interesting um pictures in my mind, and it's almost like a sacrifice of um like people out of your life, like chopping them away, like getting them out of your way so that you can accomplish your goals. That sounds so horrible, but it's, I don't know why I'm laughing. It just sounds funny. But it really, it's like the image that I have, the imagery in my head is very entertaining. But it's almost like the sacrifices of everybody else so that you can like go and do what feels right energetically. But let's see. Let me see what is going on. Yeah, I mean, here we go. It's kind of like in par with what I was trying to say. I have a feeling that's not the card, but okay, it's fine. We'll do this. So we have 10 of Swords, yeah, and 7 of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. So I don't know why I find this so funny. I think we're going to start with this. Again, 7 of Wands is showing me that you're consistently defending yourself. There's like something going on at work. There's other people involved. I still feel like this might even be work related. Like there's conflict. There's just other people. You can't get your job done. And I mean, like maybe like I put this with anything, right? It doesn't have to be work, but like you can't do what you want to do because there's other people in the way. And it's like there's never anyone in agreement. Nobody wants to be on the same page. And it's like preventing you from really doing your job. And it's like at this point, like you're just done with that. And that's the decision. It's like, do I continue on this path and be like absolutely depleted? Or do I go on the path of like, let me just take control and just like take charge and do it on my own? And there is a sense of determination, right? With the Queen here. And that's a strong card to have in a tarot deck, a Queen. So the fact that that's coming out as an oracle is just beautiful. But there is a sense of determination because it's like you can do it better. And it's like, I'm going to just take over and do it myself. There is like a solo aspect. Again, the Queen being a single person, I just see the solo. And this is going to be a hard choice because there's a lot of things that come along with that. Like there's a sense of responsibility. A Wheel of Fortune came out. So this is like what comes up must come down. Whatever is down is inevitably. Always have a hard time. I think that should be like a shirt that I should make. Can I ever talk? Question mark. But this is what it will inevitably come up. Whatever's down will come up. And luck, right? So I'm seeing like whatever situation that you're in, whatever like down, like the conflict with any arguments, any fighting, wherever question marks you have in your head is going to be coming up. There's an up and up. And again, I feel like the decision is almost going to make itself because I feel like you just don't have any choices. It's like I can't live my life like this. But again, the decision's there. Like there is something that you are deciding. This is what's happening internally. It is going to affect. It is completely. If it's not work, if you don't relate to this, again, circle back later to the next message. But this one, if you are, this is all related. There was a loss. There was a down rut. You're coming out of it. There was some kind of a loss that happened, some kind of situation that's just like you can't push through. Again, I feel like there's multiple people involved. I feel like you're consistently defending yourself, and it's like I'm not getting work done because I'm consistently arguing with people. So your guys are seeing that, and a new possibility, the decision you have to make is kind of, I feel like, getting them on the line of doing it on your own. I don't know if that kind of resonates with people, but I feel like this is very similar to the last reading, but keep that message in mind when you're kind of going through the work stuff, because that might be the avenue that you kind of feel aligned with doing. Again, free will. If you don't align with, you want to keep working with those people, like that's, your prerogative. But I think your guides kind of see you almost like pulling away, sacrificing other people out so that you can be the one that stands out. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and do the relationship aspect, love. Could be friends, could be work colleagues, you know. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, well, that just doesn't want to come out. Let's just do one more round. Hopefully something comes out. Okay, here we go. Something came out. Okay, so we have the ever unfolding rose. Cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. So I'm getting two vibes here. I'm getting a sense of like a bump in the road. I'm definitely getting some sense of struggle. And there's definitely like decisions. That's the theme here. And there really is no right or wrong answer. I'm just going to preface that because the energy that's coming in is like, I don't know what to do. What do I do? And there's no right or wrong. Everything at this point is a lesson. And I'm getting a sense there is a bump in the road that's making you question whether you need to be alone or whether you need to be with this person. And if you're in a relationship that's like solid and there is just a bump in the road, that's just like part of the process. But whatever is happening, it's happening for you, not to you. All of this is a lesson for growth. And I feel like there's two stories that I'm going to pull cards because I feel like there's two stories. I feel like some of you guys are in a relationship. You know what? Let me pull cards and let me see where it goes. Maybe I just will pull one set because I'm getting an image in my head that it could be for two stories, two groups of people, but it's the same thing. So let me just pull some cards and kind of like see where that goes. And if I need to pull another set, I will. Yeah, and then let's see. Well, hold on, that was one. Hold on a second. But yeah, hold on. One more. Yeah. Okay. So I'm getting the 9 of Wands. Did we have that in here? No. I thought we did. Okay, 9 of Wands, the High Priestess in reverse, the 2 of Cups, and the Justice. So we have Justice card coming out again, where Justice here was that line on the top. So first of all, if you are currently in a stable relationship, I am getting the sense that I feel like for a lot of you guys are in a good relationship, but there's just a bump in the road. There's that kind of feeling that I'm getting. And there could be a lot of you guys who are almost like feeling like you're in not even a situationship, but maybe a very recent relationship or wasn't that long. That could be a lesson. That's what I'm getting. I'm also getting the Justice card here. What was balanced is now balanced. And I'm getting the sense that for a lot of you guys are in a situation where and again, so this is like the split that I'm getting from people. It's people who are in a relationship, who are in one that is healthy, but there's a bump in the road. And I'm seeing another one where you guys are getting like a recent relationship, maybe situationship that you want to be a relationship, but this is like a test. And the chances of you being alone out of that is very high, and that's where this Justice card is coming from, because it's the balance that needs to happen, and it's the lesson. It's not happening it's happening for you, not to you. Like, it's not that, oh, like, why is this happening to me? It's not why is it happening to me. It's not a bad thing. It's why is it happening for me? Because there's a lesson to be learned. Um, for both aspects though, the situation that you guys are in is leaving you absolutely drained. Completely, utterly drained, but nine is nearing completion. So for those of you in a relationship, there's like something happening right now, a bump in the road where you feel like you are kind of like almost taking the burden of taking care of the relationship. And that's totally normal in a sense that sometimes we have to pick up the burden where the other person is lacking because of whatever's going on in their life. There's so many nuances to relationships. It's not a straight road, it's not easy, it's not black and white. So it's valid for you to feel that way, but it is just a bump in the road. And I do see like you're the only one putting in the effort. And that's something worth talking about because the relationship that you're in is solid. Just all that's lacking is communication, and that could be your lesson. Because I'm getting again and I'm talking to this group of people that are in a solid relationship, the high priestess in reverse being here is showing me that their lack of like it is more of like not intuitively feeling what's going on. You're just like in your own head about it. There's no like you are like you are placing a judgment on your person, not really taking into consideration like the actual I don't like I feel like I'm saying this wrong. Let me start again. So we're not using our intuition, we're just using our like fear. Our actual anxiety is taking control over what we are feeling and expecting from this person. And just being able to communicate like what our needs are, what our wants are, because again, whatever's happening is a lesson for us to learn. So it isn't that this person is bad. It's not that they're doing anything wrong. It's just they don't know. And that's the lesson in communication. That's the lesson of, you know, this isn't why is it happening to me? It's not happening to you. It's happening for you so you can learn and grow. So take whatever's happening in your relationship where you feel like you're burdened and kind of have that communicative talk, because I think that's the lesson here. That's the being energetically aligned, and there's going to be the possibility for you to be able to do that, and I think that's going to be your March thing if you're in a relationship. Now, for those of you that are not in a relationship or are in a situationship, something quite recent that you feel like is already breaking apart, because I see that there is something possibly breaking apart where you're almost like, wow, this is like another relationship ending and done, and like what did I get out of it? It's the same thing in a sense that whether you stay or go with this, whether you stay or go or leave this relationship, it's not an either good or bad. It's whatever you feel is the right thing to do. I feel like again in this relationship you're putting in all the work. And again, with the high person in reverse, it's like your anxiety is getting in the way. So, like, yeah, you could possibly leave that relationship, but I feel like it's kind of almost like, did you give that a chance? If you're not aligned, you're not aligned. Like, move on and move forward. But just know that it's not that it happened to you. You're learning something from this. So, this is a lesson. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, I might not even be your person anyway. I feel like it was just something for you to realize and maybe work on yourself, because there is a lot of like, again, decision. You can pick any way, but there is a lot of you guys kind of like breaking away and going on your way, determination, sacrifice. And this all bleeds into different aspects in our life. So, again, I'm getting new possibilities. So I don't know, for those of you that are in that other relationship, if that's like your forever person. I just feel like that's going to be the thing. But I also get a 50-50 because I have new possibilities and I have persistence. So it's just like, am I going to push through and work through this relationship? I feel like a lot of you guys have that opportunity now to kind of think about it, and the decision's there. I think for those of you in the relationship, it's going to be tough. I think the ones that are in the solid relationship have an opportunity to be almost the person that kind of takes charge for a little bit, and it's just going to be overwhelming and overbearing and may seem like the other person isn't helping. And I just think that that's an opportunity to learn, because again, like, we have the queen here where you are breaking away and kind of doing your own thing, but I see like in this relationship is going to give you the opportunity to be that leader, to be the one that kind of like takes control, but also learns to ask for help maybe, and like just talk with your partner. And those of you that are single, maybe you realize where your anxieties come from. Maybe you don't align with that type of person. And there's just some kind of movement forward where you kind of learn from this and it's growth. But again, all decisions that kind of are like bouncing around in your head. And I feel like you guys are very internal beings. And it's like kind of causing a sense of confusion. And that just makes sense. And I feel like March is now kind of aligning up what it is that you really want to do and kind of just going for it because there are, again, new possibilities coming. And everything has to be in alignment, whatever you're manifesting. So make sure that you do have that alignment moving forward because the next month will be a completely different chapter for you. But right now you're going through a little bit of confusion, trying to figure that out, trying to see if like you have to be on your own or like work together with whoever. Like again, there's that decision in every aspect. It could be career. Do you keep working with those people? Do you keep dating that same person? There's kind of that like confusion and trying to make that decision. I think you guys can get there. Again, everyone has free will. And I just know that your guides are on your side. They're kind of leading you towards the right direction of just like communication with your partner, right? Or on your own. Like figure this out on your own. Work, do it on your own, not with someone else. Or this other relationship might not be for you and like you need to kind of like see what it is that you just didn't align with and never look for that in that person again. You know what I mean? So your guides did a really good job kind of validating your situation. Definitely thank them for that. And yeah, if you resonated with this message, definitely like and subscribe so you don't miss the next month. And we also do a mid month checkup. Wow, I need to take a break soon. Then we also do a mid month checkup to see if you're in alignment. So definitely come back for that. I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.